But they listen. They are. There was brother and sister on them.
So then they're incest babies.
People believe
following the theory of God, baby. Yeah, all children.
I'm saying that's pretty much what I just said, Kenzie.
Before you leave.
Kenzie literally just agreed with me. That's what I just said. If that's the case, oh my god.
And they bottom for
yeah.
My god, man.
Who believe that that the Big Bang was the thing that created Earth and all of its people, all the living beings. That is my side. That's my side. I don't.
Nigga, no one know your side, nigga.
That theory is much harder to prove.
Yeah, it is.
What side?
The Big Bang side.
Oh.
How did humans become so complex?
Very true. How did they? How did they become so complex? How did they change within the centuries?
How come humans are only able to use, I think it's 10% of your brain? Yep. And who realized that we were only using 10%?
Exactly. And what happened to them?
Who realized that we were evolving? Who was the first person to evolve, and how did they not get attacked by other species?
Who figured out time? That's another one too.
Exactly. It's just a lot of things that's difficult to prove with the Big Bang.
Yeah, there is a lot of difficult things to prove with that, but there's also a lot of when it comes to like God walked the earth and all this other shit. That's also difficult to prove. Yeah, it's in the Bible, and they're gonna tell you that. But is there, like,
there's different versions of the Bible.
Exactly, though. But it says like what you
it depends on what you believe in.
Yeah. Like what I'm getting at is like it's still kind of hard to prove. It's like
there's been undoubtable shit that people have seen and stuff that, like, I mean, you just can't deny.
You can't deny that,
I mean, I believe in God, but at the same time, I question, like, other shit. I believe in Christianity religion, yet I do question things about it.
I'm back.
I think
what's going on?
How I would state my standpoint on that.
Yeah, like I just, to me, like I just like really don't understand it because like they'll tell you one thing about God and then they'll like go and tell you another, and then you got people trying to force you into that religion that makes you not want to be a part of that shit.
There's a lot of people like that.
I used to be like that when I was little.
I never was.
I never was either.
It took a lot. Well, not a lot, but it took one thing that completely fucked me and switched my thoughts. My auntie, the one that I think of like a big brother, I've loved her my whole life. And I don't remember what it was. I think it was sometime after gay marriage got approved, and I was fucking in the car complaining about it to my mom, talking about how I hate gay people because the Bible said so, da 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 da. And she goes, "You might as well hate your auntie then, because she's gay." And that shit really just made me question shit.
Cancer just shut off.
Like, no, it really made me think. It's like, damn. He's such a good person. I mean, all gay people can't be mad then, and then, like, why can't they go to heaven? Like, what if they accept God? They just like that gender. It's, I don't know, there's just shit that hit me.
I always question that, too, because I never was like...
that's another thing that I know that's in the Bible is like gay marriage, like gays, lesbians, they all go to hell. That's what they fucking tell you.
I also know one thing about that is that's not the original translation for that. The original was man shall not sleep with boy and woman shall not sleep with girl.
Yeah.
Which is shooting on pedophilia, not
gay marriage.
Homosexuality. Homosexuality is the way I'll do. It's shooting on man should not sleep with boy. There's a clear difference. It's not man shall not sleep with man.
Yeah, but a lot of people like they're just like, oh, this shouldn't be.
Man shall not sleep with boy, but there are men that still sleep with boys.
That's still kind of gay, sleeping with little boys. I mean, that's weird.
I mean, like, there's really like nothing. Like, there's people that are like, oh,
but that is mostly pedophiles.
There's people that are like, there's a lot of people that are like, this whole place, this whole world that as we know it is a simulation, and when you die, you wake up in the real world or some shit.
That is mostly pedophilia.
Everything seems like a simulation. Everything that's been going on, a lot of people predict that this happened. People could predict the coronavirus years ago.
Oh, yeah,
you know, Bailey said something to me one time when we were high. And it was what if we are in a simulation and those nights that we can't go to sleep, everyone's plugging up to a network to recharge, but all the spots are taken.
Damn.
That would explain why I can't go to sleep.
Exactly.
Interesting.
I never am able to go to sleep as much as the regular person.
She had told me that when we were high one day, and I'm just like, damn.
I'm never able to go to sleep as much as a normal person.
I can't believe
people, they say you need 8 hours of sleep. I get up at probably 4.
Look at that nigga. I remember this part.
I generally just can't go to sleep.
When he was trying to convince them to be killed.
It's really all places to really think about.
I don't know. Fun, ain't it? Religion, all of it. Fun, ain't it?
Final
I guess there's not really a wrong answer because you're gonna believe in what you want to believe in anyway.
You'll get your answer when you die. If there's an afterlife, then you'll know then. If not, you'll never know.
Yep. Like I said, there's people that believe in the simulation, there's people that believe in the incarnation, and then you have people that believe that when you die, it's just nothingness.
I hope it ain't nothingness. I need to see something.
That's what caused me to break down way back when. Like, I used to have breakdowns where I would cry for hours and hours because I was so scared of dying. Because I thought, like, what if it's like before we were born? Just forever.
What did we see before we were born, though?
It's nothing. Like, literally, you know nothing of before you were born.
And then,
what if it's like that when you die? That's what I was scared of. But then I've gotten to the point where I've seen so many heaven is real things and other shit like that that it's like, well, maybe there is. I think one thing that what was it? One thing that really set my mind into, well, there has to be something after you die. And that's all this ghost shit. I mean, there's shit about ghosts that are undeniable. Like, I mean, all the time.
But what about the ones caught on? But what about the ones caught on camera? Everyone depicts every single ghost video caught on camera to be fake. But how do we know?
That's what I'm saying. I believe in ghosts, so I'm like, well, when I die, what if there's not a heaven? I just stay on Earth as a ghost. I feel like there's gonna be some energy. I don't feel like it's nothingness. So
yeah, for me, like, I typically don't really believe in the paranormal, but I've seen videos.
Wait a minute. You don't believe in the paranormal? That's bullshit.
I believe in it.
Wait a minute.
I somewhat believe in it too, because I remember this one time when I was like,
I've seen videos where there's paranormal stuff that's happening where it's like you cannot deny it, and it's like with News Top 5 PC, like when he shows his videos, and it's like all paranormal shit. It's just like, how the fuck did this shit happen? And why was there a person just standing there a second, like a shadow figure just standing there a second ago and now it's gone? Like there's a lot of undeniable shit.
But we've all had nights where all the lights are off and we look in the corner and we think we see something. Do we really see something, or is it just imagination?
True.
And see, that's the thing though. Another thing that you know, or something, you can never predict your next thought.
For real.
Never predicting your own mind. You never know what you're gonna think. You don't know what's gonna come. That being said, your mind easily can fool you into doing shit that you never thought. It's literally out there. Humans have the physical ability to exert a lot more strength than we're able to use. It's because our brain is capped off at the capacity that it is that we can't.
Yeah.
Humans have the strength to work hard.
It's all
because our mental area is capped off at what it is, we don't access that.
It's all crazy to really think about. Like I said,
I think it's possible to tap into that.
Well, they say Albert Einstein used, I think, 13% of his. So, I mean, if he could do it, I'm sure everyone can. It's just, how do you go about doing it?
Albert Einstein,
there was never a blueprint on it.
Yeah, PC, like, with the whole, like...
And once you do it, like...
I know
how will you see the world?
You gotta watch that. You gotta watch that movie Lucy. That's how you do it. Yeah, that was good.
Going back to the whole ghost thing, there's been multiple times.
I know how you do it, Jam. You gotta pass back to
my mirror, or I go into the bathroom and I look in the mirror, and I think that I see a figure standing right there that kind of resembles my dad or my grandfather. And then I look back and it's on. I look back in the mirror and it's
I see.
What's crazy? I hope that's not real. I hope when you use 100% of your brain, you don't turn to a computer.
Ever since, like, I've heard of doppelgangers and people spread doppelgangers, and like they live.
Actually, just kind of a theory that the reason we can't use more of our brains is because our brain also takes time to use emotion and stuff, and the emotion is what is holding us back. If we could cast aside our emotions, maybe it would be possible to move to the next level of mental ability.
Dreaming of your past life, a future life that you might have, or something in the future that might happen. Like, there's been multiple times where I've gotten on here and I've had deja vu, like I've heard these fucking questions or gone through this before with y'all.
Oh, I've had that before too.
I've had that multiple times. Like, there was like, it was like a month or so ago where we had some kind of conversation, and I had deja vu. I was like, wait, we went through this before, but we never did. And I knew that I had dreamt of this, and I was like, what the fuck? It's weird, really, because like you really don't know, like, because like when you're dreaming, you can either have a dream of like a different life that you had, or a different life that you have on a different planet or some shit, or like in a different universe or some shit. It's all crazy.
But what do y'all think about the doppelganger lyric? Because I legit be trying to see myself in the mirror sometimes.
That could possibly be true, because I saw a video where this little kid was sitting in front of this mirror, and when he looked away, the mirror version of his eyes turned black and then quickly looked the same way he did.
But how do you know that's real? Because the face doesn't look real.
Yeah, you don't know if it's real or not, but like, it is quite possible that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're looking at another version of yourself or some shit like that. You never know. For all you know, you are looking at yourself in a parallel universe. Person that is doing the same thing as you is looking at them in a parallel. That's looking at you in the parallel as the parallel universe. Like, for them, they're the fucking center, and you're the parallel unit. For you, it's the same way towards them. It's like all crazy to think about, and then they want you to think that it's not real when they know about this shit. That's why they don't tell you shit. But I guarantee you that some of this stuff, if not all of it, is actually fucking true.
What if the Illuminati are people that have unlocked more parts of their brain and they're doing what they need to keep society running?
Very true. That could be very true. That is something to think about also.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's the most likely outcome, because it just seems like a lot of good people are just gone.
Yeah.
Shit we can't understand because our brain is not high enough functioning to understand.
True. But there's another theory. And I'm not talking about the Illuminati. I mean, like, when it comes to demons, right? A lot of people say that a demon is like the ghost form of like a serial killer, a rapist, whatever. Somebody that's just bad and that dies ends up becoming a demon to spread more terror onto people or whatever. So when you see demons in videos or stuff like that, it's either the demon.
I'll be right back.
It's either the demon of that person that died, or the haunted spirit, like the spirit of like a child or something could be pissed off at whoever killed her.
So you think niggas be turning to demons?
Like, there's been a lot of videos where like a kid was strangled or killed by somebody. That person dies later on. The kid comes back for revenge, but the guy's not there. But in the kid's mind, the guy, he's waiting. He or she is waiting for that person to come back so that they can haunt him. So it turns itself into a demon. Hell bent on like destroying whoever and whatever the fuck gets in their way from accomplishing.
A demon is an entity filled with rage, sadness, or some other negative emotion. A demon is somebody who has a reason to stay around this earth, whether it's to torment or to continue to suffer.
What happened here?
Almost exactly what I said too.
What's going on?
I was talking about a demon because like some people say that like demons are like say a murderer or a rapist gets killed or they die.
I heard that, man.
Yeah, they turn to dead, and when they die, they come back to that place looking for the person that's already dead. They come back into that place looking for that person and is hell bent on fucking getting what they want, which means they will hurt or fucking kill anybody who tries to get their fucking way. And then
more so demons are, or as I said, PC, I was like, demons are entities in which are lost in either one negative emotion or multiple, and pretty much a demon is here to either cause torment to others or suffer themselves. That also being said, I would like to add, demons are usually things that still have a purpose to be here, but sometimes they get lost and they forget that purpose, in which they become demons, never able to fulfill their true reason of being here.
Yeah,
but
it's all fun.
If you have like an ongoing imagination, when you think you see them, do you actually see them?
Possible.
Because there's been an occasion where I think I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all more like a few summers ago? Like I just randomly like woke up and I saw like a pair of yellow eyes staring at me from like around the corner, like near my upstairs place where I play my game.
You told me about the pair of yellow eyes and the pair of red eyes.
No, I only seen yellow eyes. If I seen red eyes, nigga,
Red Eyes was a video that I remember. Red Eyes was a video.
I've seen Red Eyes.
Nope. If I see, I'm letting you know.
There's been times where like
I'll be rolling on the floor.
There's been times where like I'm sitting downstairs right now and like I see a shadow walk walk in front of the window and the light kind of like shines and I see feet, but like it's just a shadow and it's like what the fuck. So yeah, PC. I had Mr. Tiptoe come by my window every once in a while.
Please stop.
But like,
anyways,
I wonder if I actually saw that, or if it was just like a figment of my imagination.
Okay, this is like a really weird one, but like, have y'all just like randomly, like, have y'all body just like randomly just like shut down and you just like fall to a knee? It just feels like you're not there.
That's just called lightheadedness.
I've also had times where like I can be.
Because that's happened to me. Like one time I'm walking, I just stop and freeze.
Yeah, that's lightheadedness, PC. I've had.
I wonder what made me lightheaded then.
I know one time I was standing in my room. I don't remember why, but I was about to go take my shower, and I got really light fucking headed. And I fucking fell. I fell into my dresser and everything.
Dang, did that hurt?
Yes.
What'd you hit?
My fucking dresser. And I couldn't get up at first because I was lightheaded.
So you were just stuck there?
Yes, I was just kind of sitting there. It was like, I need to get up. I know that. I feel pain. My body knows that. But I cannot move.
But how about you like tighten? Like you feel like it's tightening, and then you just kind of just freeze there.
I wonder this one. Okay, so I've had this happen to me on numerous occasions where I can, especially this one occasion when I just got up. So like I was walking around, I was perfectly fine. I went past my table, and my vision just went like black, and I like fell to it. I fell to one knee.
That happened to me.
And it's just like, what the fuck?
What is that, Cancer?
What, your vision going black?
And then you just fall down, like your body just feels like it's in pain, kind of, but like tight.
Real life, that's just a scenario of blacking out.
Oh, is it?
But what would make you black out randomly like that?
Some people have, I forget what the disease is called, but it can make them just randomly.
That has not happened to me in a long time, so I don't think I have that disease.
I don't have that, but it happens to me from time to time.
Yeah, it hasn't happened to me for a little while.
For the most part, I'm educated on shit about, like, that happens to people. And that's because I've been through so much fucking shit that I had to learn what's fucking normal for the body to do and what's fucking not.
Okay, wait, I have one. Is there anything on, like, if you, like, when you sleepwalk, like, is there, like, a reason why somebody does that?
I've never
really
sleepwalked.
Just your brain still being active.
I've never sleepwalked.
It's your brain still trying to run your body even though it should be in a state of sleep.
Okay. Wasn't sure what
I've never sleepwalked before.
I've done that multiple times. I was at my cousin's house, and I think I told y'all the story, where I was in his room and I fell asleep, and he was in his mom's room.
Yeah.
I had got up. Walked up to the gate, and I scared the shit out of him. And he told me the next day, he said, your eyes were closed and everything. And I was like, looking at him. I was like, what the fuck? Cause like, my grandmother...
Go ahead. I thought you were finished. My bad.
But there was another time I was sleeping in my grandmother's room, and she said that I had gotten up. That I had, like, got up and, like, stood up as if, like, I was walking, as if I was getting ready to leave the room. And she had told me to sit down, like, go back to sleep, and I just sat down and laid back down.
That's literally the exact same thing that happened to Christian.
That's some shit. It's like if my brain knew that she was talking to me.
Well, your brain can also sense when you're being looked at, even when you're asleep. So that's why when you feel like you're being watched, you're probably being looked at by a different entity that you cannot visually see.
I feel like I've been watched all the time during cancer.
Is that what goosebumps are?
Goosebumps are, it is various different things. Some people believe them to be supernatural things. It just depends on what you think.
I can always tell when somebody's looking at me. Like I get the feeling I get the feeling in my stomach that somebody's watching me. And I go to turn around, there's nothing there. But like when I was at school and somebody would be watching me, I turn and look, and they like quickly look away as if like they didn't know that I knew that they were fucking looking at me. It really, for me, it only really works when they look at me for like a certain amount of time. And that's happened to me ever since I had this fucking nightmare, this big, shadowy fucking figure.
I know I told PT about the nightmare where I thought a demon was trying to take my soul.
You told us all that.
I did. That
was the first person you told.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'll be back.
I haven't ever had a dream like that since, ever.
Damn. I'll be back.
I told y'all how I had a dream where I just melted. And then in real life, when I woke up, I couldn't move. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like, how do you explain that?
So, more on a supernatural side of things. When I was 7, I've spoke very little about this with you guys, but I've told you. That girl that I was friends with that died 7 days after her birthday, that I spoke at her funeral, all that, she died of cancer and they were in the hospital. It was weird that night on the way back home. It felt like I was being comforted in like a warm hug, like something that was like there. It felt like. And I remember I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I think And then I also remember that same night, I went to sleep, I was pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. I went to sleep, and I remember I had a dream. I don't remember it very good. And I remember crying in my dream. I woke up kind of sleep. But, I remember I was crying, and it was her, I was crying to her about how wide she actually was. I knew her, da-da-da-da-da. She's like, it's okay, we'll make it fine without you.
Oh, A5 got this story, bro, of when him and his friends, they didn't see his grandpa go, but they had like turned the light on or something. A5, tell that story, bro.
Alright, so my friend grandpa died, and I stayed over his house, and me and my friend was watching a zombie movie downstairs.
Oh, that's already bad.
And his grandmother was upstairs. She was staying with his mom to, you know, grieve or whatever. And we had the lights off and we was watching the movie. And all of a sudden, the light came on. And this is one of those like dimmer lights, so like the joint that slides up.
Yeah.
So that motherfucker slid up and turned on. And me and my friend just looked at each other for like 2 seconds and just got up and just ran upstairs.
I don't blame you.
We told the grandma what happened, and she was like, oh, that's just your grandfather playing a trick on you. And I was like, well, that wasn't funny. That's what I said.
It may have been a trick to him, but I did not find it funny.
Nigga, that made me feel like fearing for my life.
So we went downstairs to, you know, continue to watch the movie, and we left the light on, and that motherfucker just turned the fuck off, and like, literally the first thing I did was go upstairs, get my shit, and I went home. Cause I literally lived next door. Like I lived a few houses down, but we would like stay up all night and play the video game and shit like that, and like sleep over each other's house.
I wish I had that luxury.
But I went home. I also like going over there because at the time I didn't have like my own gaming console, and like me and my friend would just play his Xbox.
I'm gonna go stop my stream till I beat the game. Let go, subscribe, y'all.
Remember my friend Keontae?